What up, everybody? Welcome back. This is a 15-minute segment, 15 minutes on playing hockey at 37 years old. If you're new here, I choose a topic and I do 15 minutes on it, and then that's it. I'm just getting my timer here set up on my computer, and the 15 minutes has begun. Alright, so 15 minutes, you can click on the video talking about hockey. I guess I can start from the beginning here. So I didn't want to make this video, and I put it as a part one because this is going to continue on here. I didn't want to make this video before I actually hit the ice, and today I did go ice skating for the first time. I'm trying to think exactly when the last time I went ice skating was, and it may actually be as far back as... I don't think I ever went in high school, so 8th grade. So it's been quite a while. It's been over 10 years. In fact, it may be over 20 years, actually. Just give you guys a rough estimate. So 20 years without ice skating. Today, I went to the ice rink. And before I get to what happened at the ice rink, and this is where I can dig into like what, the beginnings of this whole story here in this segment. But if I had to guess, it's been a combination of different factors that have led me to this desire to play ice hockey. So, obviously, if you know me, I'm a soccer player. And I played, I think, 2 years of lacrosse and a couple weeks of junior varsity lacrosse before I quit in epic fashion. But as a little kid, before I even started playing soccer, in June of 1994, I graduated kindergarten, and I still own the graduation card or whatever, which has the date, and it's signed by my teachers. And after graduation in kindergarten, I got a gift. So 1994, believe it or not, was like a big year because you got the Rangers winning the Stanley Cup. All of the Jim Carrey movies dropped. Nirvana puts out In Utero. The World Cup was in the United States. So it's a pretty awesome time to be alive. And on kindergarten graduation, I got my rollerblades. And so the same day, I believe, or maybe the next day, I taught myself how to rollerblade in my grandparents' garage one day. My parents dropped me off at my grandma's house with the rollerblades. I don't know what they went to go do, but my grandma was in the kitchen making soup, and I was in the garage by myself for like however long, like probably quite a while. I want to say like, I don't know, 5-6 hours. Starting from scratch with the rollerblades. These rollerblades I had were, the details are starting to come back to me. They were like plastic boots where you clip it in. You clip your feet in with the plastic clips. I think they were orange and purple. They're pretty cool. So I taught myself how to rollerblade. Then from there, so I would have been 6 years old. I used to, before that and after that, I was gifted a hockey stick, which I think might have been before that. And I got a lefty stick. And I was, my routine would be coming home after school, do my homework, and then run outside or the front of the garage with my hockey stick and my street hockey ball and puck. And just, once I got the rollerblades, it was like a daily thing that I used to do, just playing street hockey with the rollerblades on. So I got a little bit of experience, and that's the genesis of my hockey playing. But I never played ice hockey. My parents opted to put me into soccer right around, I guess, the same time, maybe like a couple years later. Then I started playing soccer. And in terms of ice skating, I did go ice skating probably like a little bit more regularly than the average person, but not a ton. But I had CCM ice skates, which were probably just like bottom end, like in retrospect, I think the CCM skates I had were like really bad and probably not the right size. But anyway, I haven't skated in 20 years. And what led me to going today, and I'll talk about what happened once I hit the ice, once we look at the time here. We got 10 minutes left, so we got a bit of time. There's a bunch of different topics I'm going to cover as well. I've got my very tail end of my coffee here as well. So I think there's two different things. One, it's been cold. It's been below zero for feels like 3 weeks at least, maybe 4 weeks straight. Not below zero, but below freezing. So temperature where I'm at is hovering right around 20 degrees with the sun out, and then it drops down to 0 degrees once the sun goes down. It's been that way for at least 2.5, 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks. So it's cold as shit outside, and I feel like I'm turning Canadian, basically. And I could see why Canadian people are the way they are. And they're so friendly because it's so fucking cold out that when you get inside somewhere, the human connection turns you into a fucking friendly person. But I guess the people with, I don't really know that many Canadian people, but there's theories that the friendliness is a front and then they're not actually friendly. That's a whole nother topic. So you got that going on. Then I want to say 6 months ago, I started watching this girl on YouTube, Electra Soul, and she does spiritual videos. I watched her for a bit, and then for some reason the YouTube algorithm stopped showing me her videos. But then, right coinciding with the cold weather, here comes Electra Soul again, and she's doing these spirituality videos and meditation, and she is very good if you want to check her out. She does positive messages, and one of the big things she kind of talks about is your mindset determines a lot of your experience, which is true in a way, because if you maintain a positive mindset, then that's going to shape the way you view reality. And I can't summarize it all in one sentence, but I like the stuff she talks about. And then when she shows a bit of what she's doing off of the meditation stuff, she's doing figure skating, which was a weird thing to see because I've never known anyone that was big into figure skating. I have known musicians, chamber music musicians, or what's the right word? Conservatory musicians, which is kind of similar in a sense because it's just a craft that's specialized and seen by some as dry and boring. So she's doing figure skating. Then I'm starting to wonder, I wonder if I could still ice skate. I'm starting watching ice skating videos on YouTube. Then they're popping up NHL videos. And I have to admit, I haven't kept up with the NHL since literally late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, once in a while I would watch a Rangers game 2005. Completely stopped watching hockey somewhere around, I don't know, 2009. But now I'm watching NHL videos, and I'm shocked when I see this guy, Connor Bedard. Connor Bedard is fucking crazy good. I've seen some of his highlight goals, and I'm just totally speechless after seeing it. It's incredible what he can do. It's insane. Even the commentators, he just rips a shot, and it's holy shit. So I guess when you see an athlete like that, you kind of start paying attention again, and that's what happened when I saw Bedard. And then I see there's other young pros in the NHL. You got Macklin Celebrini, which I haven't watched much, on the San Jose Sharks, and there's a third one too. So I'm watching that because I was never a big, I guess the superstars of the previous era. You got Ovechkin and Crosby, and then also Tavares. I never liked Ovechkin. Crosby never really piqued my interest too much. And Tavares, I was impressed. I saw him play in a skills competition, and I was pretty blown away by what he could do. But, yeah, so I'm watching that. And I'm you know what? I think I can go skating. Oh, and this is the end. This is the good part of the story. Actually, we're only 5 minutes left. So I know if I go skating, if I get the rental skates, it's gonna not give me the best chance at seeing how good I really am because the rental skates are shit. So I say, all right, I gotta buy hockey skates. I go on Google, where's the nearest store, and then it leads me to this place, Pure Hockey. That's me turning my Bluetooth speaker off. If you could hear that through the mic, I don't know. But Pure Hockey, I could do a whole 15 minutes on this. First off, whoever designed the store is saving a lot of money, bare minimum, but probably needs to be fired. It looks like they just went to Kinko's and they typed in like elbow pads in like Arial capital letters. It's like, yeah, print me a bunch of those on black poster board with white text. And they just hang that above like a rack, like generic like gray office color rack, and it's just all elbow pads. And the whole store is laid out like that. It's like such a sterile environment. So I go into Pure Hockey, and then the guy that worked there, he was nice enough. I stood in the Bauer machine to get my feet measured, and then he tied up some skates for me, and was like, "How does it feel?" It feels pretty good because the fit was perfect first try, based on the imaging of the machine, I guess. So, and I see people online saying that the skates nowadays, and it's been, like 25 years since I've put skates on, are much better than they used to be, and I would have to agree with that because I got some low end skates, but very comfortable and like high quality. Like they're made well. But yeah, definitely felt way out of place in the Pure Hockey store. And I just got skates because in my estimation, it'd be crazy for me to get a bunch of gear. It's all about learning how to skate and getting better at skating. I got to talk more about Pure Hockey, though. The inside of the store is crazy that they have it so laid out in such a boring way. Like, there's no, like, at least have a, what are those called? Fatheads? Or big, I forgot the name of it. Like, the big cardboard thing. Like, you can see Michael Jordan, like, cardboard cutouts. At least have a cardboard cutout. Throw some color in there, like a big sign with some, like, graphics or something. But there's none of that. It's just all, just the most boring layout. And I know nothing. I even told the sales guy, I'm like, I don't even understand how hockey sticks bend now. I think I missed that. Or maybe I was still paying attention when they first released sticks that bend, whatever year that was. So, way out of the loop. Interesting. I was thinking like, oh man, I feel kind of like out of place at this inside the hockey store because I don't know shit. But then I'm like, if I go into a soccer store, how's that experience going to go? No problem. But those stores don't exist. It's classic. I love that Seinfeld episode where the guy, Jerry, buys a tennis racket from the guy, and then he sees the guy in the court and he sucks. I've never had that exact thing happen, but I have had that in a music store once. The guy was selling me a piece of music gear, and then like a year later, I saw a video of him playing a musical instrument, and I was like, no. I couldn't believe he talked such a big game. I thought he was really good, but he was not. I was kind of shocked by it, but got the skates, and then I'll close out the video. So today, I went to the ice rink, laced up my fucking skates, which I had done to like break them in a couple of nights in a row. And then I go out there. As soon as I step on the ice, I'm like, oh shit. And then it was weird because I'm on the ice, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm way off balance. Like Bambi legs. And then it was weird, like 10 seconds in, almost exactly 10, 15 seconds. It's like my whole body relaxed. I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. And then I basically had the same exact skill set I had when I stopped skating, which is I'm pretty comfortable on skates. I can't do a crazy good hockey stop. I can't skate backwards. I need to improve on that. And am I going to gear up? There's a lot of little kids at the open skate, by the way. So am I going to fully gear up and play hockey? No. I will get absolutely annihilated into the boards by anyone who's trying to compete. But what I would like to do is play 3v3 pond hockey. That I think I can handle. But my skating's not good enough, so I'm going to be practicing. I'll give you, whoever's out there listening, I'll give you some updates on how it's all going with the practicing of the skating and everything. I got to invest in a little bit more equipment because I'm starting to figure out that you can't really practice too well at the open skate. You got to go to the sticks and pucks. And hopefully, oh, there's the 15 minutes has expired. Hopefully there's less people at sticks and pucks, and then I can like practice a little better. There's tons of little kids just going the wrong direction. I didn't wipe out at all. I didn't fall. I was going pretty fast at one point, like weaving through people, and then some little kid just appeared out of nowhere, so I had to stop, but I can't. So I like basically just put my legs into mohawk stance and just like spun around a couple times and like grabbed onto the kid, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He knew it was his fault. But we're going to see how this goes. Obviously, I'm still playing music, playing drums, playing guitar, writing songs, doing all of that. Just taking a little break from the music and going way back to my childhood hobby of playing hockey. Let's see how good I can get at skating. Might have to sign up for a skating class or something. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I'll give you an update on how this is all going. I'll catch you next time. See you then.